Okay, I think we are recording. It looks good to go. Uh, okay, so hi guys, welcome to tonight's training. We're gonna do some training on social media. I'm gonna focus in on lives, but I'll touch on a lot of other things as well. It is April 22nd. For those of you who watch this later on and go back, I am recording this, so I will put it up on my YouTube page. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some social media basics, and then I'm going to go into social media live information, do's, don'ts, lighting, what to talk about, how to talk about it, how to get engagement, how to boost your lives and stuff like that. So I'm just going to jump right in. If you have a pen and paper and you want to take notes, feel free to do so. I have, like I said, I have like 9 pages of notes here that I'm going to give to you guys, read off to you guys. So feel free to take notes or do whatever you got to do. So this is like social media 101 basics. The first thing I need you guys to do is always, and I know a lot of you know most of this already, but I'm just going to reiterate for the people that don't, or the people that are going to hop on later or who are just starting. First thing you need to do is make your profile public. Make your Facebook profile public all the time. Same thing with Instagram. You want people to be able to see you, not just the people that you're friends with. You want everybody to be able to see you. Like I have a lot of notes here, so I'm going to run through the basics quickly so that I could slow down and get into detail with the other stuff. But make your profile public. You want to grow your followers list. Okay. If you don't have 5,000 followers, you need to get as close to that as possible. All right. On a daily basis, you should be adding friends. You should add them strategically. I don't mean just go down a list and be like, friends, 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 friends. Put thought into the people that you want to be your friends. Put thought into who you want to surround yourself with. You want to get people who possibly may be interested in the business, possibly may be interested in the products, right? You want to get other entrepreneurial type of people. You want to get other people who are already have a network of following and stuff like that. You want to connect with influencers. So go out and strategically friend different people, right? If you don't have 5,000 people in your friends list right now, you need to do 25 to 50 a day, right? So go look at people, search them out. I was on a call this morning and we were talking about different companies that are kind of having a little bit of an issue. I know Advocare is one of them at this point because they switched their comp plan. And I think another one is Plexus, who just switched their comp plan. So from what we've been hearing, there's a lot of people who are uneasy with their company. Send friend requests to some people who are in those companies. You know, do a Google, not a Google search, do a Facebook search. Find people that are in those companies, leaders. And even if they're on your chicken list, meaning that you're chicken to talk to them, you would love to have them on your team, but you're totally chicken to talk to them, send them a friend request, all right? When you send these friend requests, you need to comment genuinely, right? Don't be like, send a friend request, okay, he accepted it or she accepted it, and then you send them a note that says, hey, would you like to join my business? That is not the way to do it at all. This is network marketing. You have to network. So you need to genuinely reach out to people and genuinely comment. It's not an overnight process. It's not something that, you know, within a day, somebody's going to be like, oh, I want to join them. Or I think that's a great business opportunity that they have. Let me rush to go do it. You need to make a relationship with these people. You need to comment, build rapport with them. Use the 3-2-1 method, and I'll go over that in a minute. But when you use the 3-2-1 method, you start to have, genuinely connect with them. And then after a while, you could send them a prospect email saying, hey, you know, this is what I have. But not, I mean, sometimes guys, it could take weeks. Sometimes it could take months to build that relationship. So you really need to make it work for you. You really need to comment on these people's posts genuinely. If you are new to really getting on social media as far as business-wise, you need to be posting 3 times a day minimum. right? And I'm not saying post about the business 3 times a day. You need to post about the business at least once a day without giving your links, without saying a specific name of our product, without totally calling out what we're doing. You want to do curiosity posts. Do that about the business or about the opportunity or about the products at least once a day, and then post about your family, your kids, your dog, your workout, what you're making for dinner, real life stuff. People want to see real life stuff. People don't buy products. People don't do business with people for products, right? They do business with people because they have a relationship with them. People work with people that they know, like, and trust. And that is a huge thing in this industry. You need to make sure that your audience knows you, likes you, and trusts you, because they will follow you. They will watch what you're doing. They will buy from you. They will join you. That's the way of the world. That's what happens. So make sure you are relatable. All right. So do your curiosity post. Make sure you're vague. And like I said, I'm running through these because it's all very basic, but make sure you post a vague. People want to see what's going on in your life. They want to see what you're up to. So give it to them. Give it to them. Same thing with LinkedIn, same thing with Instagram. Put your stuff out there. You could use all three. Social media platforms through the same. They could all funnel through the same. So you only need to post once, and then it could carry on. Another thing that you really should be doing is using Facebook stories and Instagram stories. That's another thing that takes 2 minutes. Sometimes you'll see me do a story and it'll be me making my coffee or me opening up a subscription box that I get, because I get a lot of them. Or like just shaking it, and you could do a boomerang or something. Put those into your Facebook stories or your Facebook lives. People love them, and it boosts your algorithm. It really, really does. And then the other thing to boost engagement is the 3-2-1 method. And the 3-2-1 method, it really, really helps significantly. You do it for as many people as you can. You do 3 likes, 2 comments, and 1 follow. So if you follow and you go on somebody's post, so let's say Nick posted something and I was new to him, to his page. I would scroll through his stuff. I would like 3 different posts of his, right? So you go through, do 3 different likes, comment on 2 of them genuinely. Like, don't be like, oh, nice to connect with, like a real genuine comment. Like, he did a video, or, Evelyn did a live video, and you could go in and comment and say, that's really good content that you have, or, like, I love that workout that you did. Could you give me some more information on where you work out? Or, just stuff like that, because you're making a real connection. And then the 1 is follow. So then you follow somebody else on the page that also comments or connects with them, right? So that's how you build your audience. That's how you build your engagement with people. And that's how you build rapport with them. You're commenting. So again, it's 3 likes, 2 comments, and 1 follow on the same person. And you do it as many times as as you can. And that's how you'll grow and build your audience. All right, moving right along, because it's already 1:15 and I'm looking at my notes saying, oh my God, we have a lot of stuff to cover. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm going to go through some of the technical do's and don'ts. Again, I took all notes for this so that I have everything written down, so I am not missing anything for you guys. Write these down if you don't know any of them. There are a couple of things we're going to talk about, like I said, do's and don'ts of Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives or just going live. Number 1 is lighting hacks, okay? You want to have natural light facing you. So there's good light and there's bad light. If you have a shadow, that's a no-no. So you could get one of these things, right? You say, now, if I had it like this, and I have done this in the past, right? You'll see a shadow. That is a no-no. Whatever light you have, you want it facing your face. If you don't have a light or a lamp in front of you and it's daytime, face the window. Open up your curtains and face the window. Or if you go outside, have natural light. Natural light is an automatic filter. So you don't have to worry about filters, but we will talk about filters in a second as well. So you don't want anything that's going to cast a shadow on your face or behind you or anything, because that's just a distraction for people. So again, let the light and camera shine on your face. Filters, if you go into Facebook and you want to do a filter while you are doing your live, there's a little magic wand. You click on that and it'll give all different filters. Sometimes it's just the clear filter. Sometimes it's got these crazy little things. People seem to like them. I don't want to spend too much time playing around with them, so I don't use them. I'd rather just have the light in front of my face, but that's just me. If you're on Instagram, it's the little smiley face on the side. That's what gives you the filter. So, and that's right next to the Go Live button. So I don't know if that helps you with filters, but that's that. There's a couple of things about angles that you really should know. Number one, you want to have good eye contact. Right now, I do not have good eye contact because I'm making sure that I'm reading all my notes to you guys. But when you are doing a live, if you're actually talking, you're not reading from your notes, you should have good eye contact with the camera, which when you're looking at the camera, you want to make sure you're not looking at the screen. You are looking at the camera, which is up top. Got it? If you are on a selfie stick or you're just holding your phone, make sure you're holding it steady. And I know these are basic. I know these are very common sense things, but sometimes people don't do it. So I'm just saying. So hold it steady. You don't want to make your audience sick. Never look down on them, meaning you don't want to be so high, right, that you're looking down at your audience. So you want to be at eye level with them when you're doing it. Now I got to fix the light again. Sorry. That's better. Okay. And when you are doing and I think we discussed this on the call earlier, the positioning of the camera. If you are on your computer, you're fine because it's landscaped. If you are on the, sorry, my daughter's messaging me. If you are on your phone, turn it landscape wise, right? And if you are on, for Facebook, for Instagram, it's the other way. It's straight, it's up and down, right? So landscape mode, horizontal is for Facebook. Well, actually Facebook could do both landscape and portrait, but Instagram only does portrait. Instagram only does up and down. But you always want to keep it where it's long ways like you're watching the TV, right? Because otherwise you get the black screen, the black box on the side. All right. Before you go live, make sure that you check your sound. You don't want to be too loud. You don't want to be too low. You want to be just right because you don't want people to click off if they are getting annoyed with the sounds. And always turn your phone notifications off. So a lot of times I forget to do that myself, and I'll be doing a video and there goes a message and there goes a message and it stops it. So you don't want to do that. You want to totally make sure that your volume's okay, and also clean up around you. You don't want to have crap all like in behind you when you're doing a video. Those are basics for technical do's and don'ts. All right. Now, to actually get you guys to have maximum engagement, right? It's really, really important to get on Facebook Lives. And I know people aren't going to do it. It's fine, but it's okay. You got to do what you're comfortable with. But if you don't do Facebook Lives, I am telling you right now, 100% you're leaving money on the table. You are absolutely leaving money on the table. I could give you a perfect example how Nick started doing Facebook Lives. He did, what number are you at now?
What do you mean? Days in a row?
Mm-hmm.
35. I haven't been going in a row. I don't miss more than one day.
Okay, well, but you did 30 days in a row at one point.
I did a month in a row, yes.
Yeah.
I've done the Ray Higdon challenge, the 14-day.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it all started, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and once he started doing that and he started doing his lives daily, his business grew tremendously, right?
But not only that, it's more of people comment that I'm not doing them. They're like, what are you doing? Like it's amazing how people really care what I have to say. So
do them.
do them. And when you do start doing them, make a list of topics so you have something to go off of. I don't write things down because I'm afraid about the eye contact, but have a topic list. And I'm not going to jump on Maria's thing, but you want them to contact you. So that's the biggest, a call to action it's called.
Yep.
But after a while, it just becomes you talking to a bunch of your friends. Honestly, it becomes friggin' what?
And you make new ones.
Yeah, no, it's literally it's my therapy. So my wife can't seem to understand why people really give two shits what I have to say. But
well, I mean, and I'm going to go through like what content you should be posting and stuff. But it really is, it's open game, guys. So like I said, if you're not doing Facebook Live, start to do them, because if you don't do them, you really are leaving money on the table. The first thing you have to focus on your viewers, what's in it for them, right? Nobody has time to sit around and listen to people talk about crazy nonsense, right? And there are people who will stop and listen to the crazy nonsense because it's, Facebook Live is like, like a bad car accident that when you see something, you can't stop watching it. But really, for the viewers, if you want them to be engaged, you have to tell them exactly what's in it for them, right? So the title has to be appealing. The title has to really be catching people's attention, right? And in the title, it has to tell them what's in it for them, right? Make it irresistible, make it controversial, right? Make the title pop out at them so people will say, you know what, I really want to get on that call because I want to see what the hell they have to say, or what could he or she possibly be talking about? So you got to answer before you even do it. You got to answer in your own head, what will the viewer get out of it? What will they feel, or what will they learn from your live video? Sounds like it's a lot to think about, but it really, I have a sheet that I'm going to post in the group, and you guys could just jot down notes every time you do one. It'll take 2 minutes, and it really does break it down on how to go through your videos. So what's in it for me, for the viewer, right? What will the viewer get out of it? What will they feel? What will they learn from you, right? What title will have them, as they're scrolling through, stop and watch what you're saying, right? What's going to make them stop dead in their tracks? Right? Like, think about how many times you see that somebody posts something and you're like, what? That sounds interesting, right? So the more controversial, the more urgent, meaning like, 5 steps to a healthier body now, right? That's urgent. So more controversial, more urgent, more confronting, more vulnerable, right? I'll give you some examples of all of these. In the title, the better. The more vulnerable you are, the better. Apparently, from what they're saying out there, 2019 is the year to be vulnerable on camera, right? And it's supposed to be like a fad. I don't know how that's a fad, but it is, and it's working for people. So the vulnerability is going to get people to relate to you. That's what gets people to know, like, and trust you. They're like, oh, okay, she's crying on camera because she's upset about something, or something's touching her heart. Wow, she is real, or he is real, or, they do have a heart, whatever. Something is going to connect you to them, or them to you. All right. So these are different topics and these are examples that you could use when doing videos in your title, right? When you're putting your title up. Again, you want it to be vulnerable. You want it to be controversial. So one title could be How to Fall Madly and Passionately in Love with Yourself, right? Ask you're asking the people, what will they learn from that? They'll learn how to actually love themselves, right? Or the people who actually love themselves already will say, you know what? I want to get on and see what makes her love herself, right? So that's like a learning topic, right? How to bake cookies, how to, clear up your debt, whatever it is, you're giving them a how-to and you're going to instruct them on things. So that'll draw people in because people like to learn. Or here's another one. I'm revealing something I've never revealed before, and I hope that it will liberate you or inspire you or educate you or whatever. Guess what? That seems juicy. People want to stop and listen to exactly what you have to say because it's tugging at their feelings, right? They want to know what liberated her? Why would it liberate me? Right? You know, so you want to really like make them question what the hell you're talking about. Here's another one. Hard truth alert. This may not be easy to hear, but, and you could go on and talk about something, right? How, you know, you broke up with somebody or you quit your job or whatever. It's piquing people's curiosity. It's basically the same thing as our curiosity post that we have the cup out there and we're not saying what we're selling, but we're putting a curiosity post out there. Same thing with using your titles. Or who the hell do I think I am? Why your approval doesn't matter, right? Now people are going to be like, yeah, who the hell does she think she is? Why wouldn't my approval matter, right? People want to see what you have to say. They want to hear what this big controversy is, or they want to see some kind of confrontation there. So people will jump on to see this. These are things that really actually, they do draw people in. And if you use titles like that, it really will boost your engagement. So again, I'll go through it again. You want to do a how-to, how to quit my job, how to double your income, how to, build a business, how to do anything, or how I lost weight, how I ranked up, how I got out of debt, right? How I moved on from a bad relationship, whatever you're giving them instructions on how you did something. Or 3 easy steps to live a positive life, raise your vibration, find a new house, right? Anything. And I'm just giving you guys ideas to help you out. What I learned from failing in multiple businesses, what I learned from getting divorced, what I learned from, quitting my job or building this business. Something teachable is always something that people are going to be interested in because people like to hear what other people have to say. Or how losing my job was my greatest blessing. It's a powerful spin, right? You something like that specifically. Or, how ending my marriage saved my life. Or like sometimes I'll say, which is the truth, how my husband's cancer forced us to change the way that we lived. It's something controversial, something that other people may not be able to get through, but you were able to get through and you put a positive spin on it. Whenever you can put a positive spin on something, that's going to change people's perspectives on a lot of different things, right? So always, do that where you show that you're vulnerable, you show that, something controversial or whatever happened to you, but you got through it and you put a positive spin on it and you came out the better person, right? So one of those are really, 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 really powerful because you're adding a lot of different components into it. One thing that you could do to increase your followers today, one thing that I did to make myself happy now, like if you use words like today and now, it's imminent, it's urgent. People want to know what you're doing. So use words like that. And when you use those words in a title, you want to capitalize it. You want to make it more boom for people to see, right? So, what was I saying? One thing that you could do today, and that's in bold letters, right? To increase your followers now, right? You want to make it pop at people. Here's another one. Watch this video to raise your, Watch this video for 5 ways to raise your vibration now, right? You're telling people it's urgent. You got to get on this call. You got to get on this video to watch what we're doing now. So, play around with those guys. We have this recorded. You could go back if you're not taking notes and really like sit down and make a list of different things that you could talk about. Now, the one great thing that, and I'll be the first one to say that and everybody knows this, I cannot stand doing lives. But, and the reason why is like, I'm always like, oh, I got to prepare. I'm a health coach, so I got to go in and I got to talk about this and I got to talk about that. And I overthink it all the time, like constantly. That like, I feel like I got to give so much information. And I realize that I don't, because guess what? Everything that we do, everything that we say is content for us, right? Everything. Content is anything in our life, anything. You could talk about breakfast. You could talk about, taking your kids to school, or how they're driving you nuts, or paying for college, or your new job, or whatever. There's so much content in each and everybody's life. You could be your own reality show. I mean, that really is the truth. So there's so many, and like I said, I am the biggest one to say, I got nothing to say today, or they're not going to want to hear what I have to say. And then like learning about all this stuff, I'm like, shit, like there really is like so many different things that you could talk about. So what I do now is I carry a book, and it used to be just for posts that I would do. Like I would see somebody post and I'd be like, oh, that's a good topic. And I would jot down the topic and go back and do bullet points on what I wanted to talk about later on in there. And now I do the same thing with lives. I'll just put different topics of information and jot down stuff, and I have it all ready in my book to go. All right. A couple of other tools to use when you're doing these is Google AdWords. That is huge, because you just go into Google AdWords, and it's a keyword tool. You type in a keyword and it'll show you everything that's trending. Same thing with Word Tracker, and that gives you the most searchable titles. So that really is helpful. And one thing that you could do if you want to start this way is go in, if you haven't done live videos yet, go into some of your old posts, your regular copy post. And when I say copy, you guys know that I mean like a long post of words, like paragraphs and stuff, right? That's what I mean when I say copy. And go into your long copy posts and see which ones really got a lot of engagement, right? And see what you wrote, make that into a video, right? Take that and turn it into a live, and you could start doing your live videos like that. Is everybody following me so far? Did I lose anybody? Give me a thumbs up if we're okay, or a wave, right? I see some of you guys. Okay. All right. Moving right along. Hashtags, right? Why are they important on Facebook? Because they will make you searchable for people who are outside of your friends. Right now, we all know the algorithms screw everybody up, but if you use hashtags on Facebook, you will get to see people, or people will get to see you who don't normally see your stuff. So if you hashtag network marketing, if you hashtag inspiration, if you hashtag $1 million earners, or whatever the case may be, you will absolutely get people to see what you're doing, right? The other thing is that, and I just want to, this isn't in my notes, but I just want to make mention, because in the past, in talking about hashtags, I've been told that I allude to the fact that I am a practitioner. I am a holistic health coach. I am not a doctor. I never claimed to be a doctor, but people who do not know, somebody who did not know social media thought that because I would hashtag naturopath, that meant that I was saying that I was a doctor. So keep in mind, when you hashtag things, it does not mean you're claiming to be anything. It means that you want those people that you're hashtagging to see what you're doing. So I would hashtag chiropractor. I would hashtag 7-figure earners. I would hashtag naturopaths. I would hashtag holistic medicine. I want people in those areas who are also hashtagging that stuff to see what we're doing, right? That is the whole premise of hashtagging. You want people who are also hashtagging or looking at those hashtags of the same of the same phrase or word to follow what you have going on. Are we clear on that? Is everybody okay with that? Because I just want everybody to understand that just because you hashtag something does not mean that you're claiming to be a doctor or a professional basketball player or anything else like that, right? So we're all good with that? Okay. On Facebook Lives, you want to hashtag a minimum of 3. Now, I know in some of my other trainings, I've said, like for Instagram, you want to hashtag 30, and I break it down for you guys on what, how to break down those hashtags. For the Facebook Lives, you want to do a minimum of 3. You could do more, you could do plenty more, but make sure it's a minimum of 3. One app that I've been using a couple of different ones, but one that's still very active is Hashtagify, right? Hashtagify, I-F-Y. You spell it out. It is $49 a year, or you could get the free trial and you put in different things like, you know, inspiration or like Moms Who Hustle or, you know, something like that. And it will give you 30 or 50 other hashtags that go along with it. So things that are trending. If one is trending, it'll show you the other ones that are trending in that area. What you do with those is you save them into your notes. And this way you just copy and paste it every time to save yourself time, you copy and paste it. So in your phone, you have the little notes section, you copy whatever comes out of Hashtagify. And again, it's free. Unless you get the upgraded version, but these apps are really, really simple to use. There was another one it's the actual hashtag sign, likes with tags. There was another one called a hashtag. So there's a bunch of different ones that you could use. Utilize them. They help tremendously. They really do. And like I said, remember to save them in your notes, and you could also save them by category. So you could do like, I would save some under moms, and I would save other ones under network marketing and other ones under holistic health, you know, or health coaching, stuff like that. And you just have them, copy, ready to go, copy, ready to go. This way it makes it quick for you. And you could get any of those apps that I just said on iTunes, Apple Store, like they have them just to download. All right. In your Facebook Live title, you don't want to use links in there, because Facebook does not want you to go to, they don't want you to go off of Facebook, right? They want you to stay on for everything. So they will bury you in the algorithm if you have a link in there. So don't ever put I've already taught everybody not to use your links normally, not to post your links normally in any of your posts, but even on Facebook Lives, don't do it. Make sure you don't do that, because it'll bury your stuff. If you do want to lead people to your page when you're talking, you could just say, you know, like message me and I'll send you my link, or something like that. To share your live. You always want to ask people when you're on your lives to share. Right? And I'll get into that a little more in depth. But another thing I want to talk about quickly is being respectful of people's time. And that's why I'm moving quickly too, because I know nobody wants to stay on these calls or on lives or anything for an hour. Everybody's got a lot of stuff to do. You want to go, Ruby said, hashtagify, like hashtags, a hashtag. The third one was a hashtag. All right. So be respectful of people's times, right? People have things to do. Get to the point, which I'm like going in circles right now, but get to the point. You don't want people to log off of your call because they are bored with what you're saying or they don't find value, right? Because that's what's going to happen. If they're not getting value, if you're not to the point, if they're bored, they're just going to be like, goodbye, and click, because time is money for everybody, especially that most people do business on Facebook, right? So the ideal time to do a Facebook Live is between 10 and 15 minutes. Do not go longer than 20 minutes because you will lose people, right? You will get better at storytelling. You will get better at creating value. You'll be able to do it quicker as you go along. It really just comes with practice. It really does. So in the beginning, set a timer, put a timer on the side to see where you are so that you know you got to wrap it up. You're coming on, 15, 18 minutes. You want to start to wrap it up and move along. The shorter the video, and I don't mean like 2 minutes short, but the shorter the video in which you can provide content or value that people are going to take away information, the better off you are. So 10 minutes is perfect if you could do it. But one way that you could figure out really what your ideal time is go to 3 different lives, right? Not that you did, that other people do. And watch them with the intention of seeing, how long it takes before you start to zone out, right? So go to 3 different people, watch their video, and keep a note of at what point you got bored. At what point you lost your engagement? At what point you started to notice that you were getting value out of it? And how long did it take for you to really be like, yeah, I'm done with this video, right? This way, you'll be able to see a consistent pattern to see what other people are doing. You'll be able to notice what will work for you as well. Does that make sense, guys? Like to go to watch other people's videos to see where you get turned off, where you lose it, where they lose you, right? So go in, do that as like an exercise so that you could see what is, what will work and what will not work. Okay. Top tools of engagement. When you are doing a live video, right? First thing you want to do is do a quick intro. Hi, my name is Maria Giambroni. I'm from New York. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a business and health coach. I'm a coach to many different things. And I'm here today to talk to you guys about, right? So I just incorporated step 1 and step 2 because step 2 is managing expectations, right? You want to say, today I will be talking about. Because if you're going to get on and you're going to be like, today I'm going to be talking about clipping my toenails, right? You're going to lose a lot of people knowingly, right? If people are not interested in you doing something so disgusting, they are going to X off of you, right? So you want to manage expectations of what you're going to be talking about. Today, I'm going to be talking about building a business. Today, I'm going to be talking about Facebook Live engagement, right? You want to let them know what you're going to be talking about so they know right off the bat if they're going to stay with you or not, right? Simple and easy. Step 3 is use engagement tools. Ask questions. How many of you are here for the first time? If you're on my live video for the first time, drop a 1. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2. If you've never done a Facebook Live before, drop a heart in there. If you do 5 Facebook Lives, drop a 5 in. Ask them for you want to ask them for engagement, right? So you want people to constantly be engaging with you on that keyboard. Like think about a conversation if you've ever been on a date before. You're going out with somebody for the first time and then they don't ask you one question about you. Right? It's all about me, 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 me. When you're on a Facebook Live, that's kind of the same thing because you're really not able to get a lot of engagement unless you ask them to start typing, right? So ask them for the engagement. Ask them to drop a heart. Ask them to, put an emoji. If you like my video, drop a 2 or whatever the case may be. Give me some exclamation points or whatever. Ask them for a share. Right? There's no better thing to break the algorithm than having other people share your video. Right? And just another hack, if you have the more likes and comments that you have on your live video, the higher it goes up in your algorithm, so more people are going to see your video. Just so you know. So ask for those shares. Tell them, tag a friend if you think that they'd find value in this, or tag a friend if, or you can even run little incentives. If you tag a friend or if your friend shares, we'll give you, a free sample of my latest product that came out. Whatever the case may be, Ask them to do it. And the last step, which is what Nick brought up, was a call to action, a CTA. And a call to action is so important, and so many people don't do it. So many people will just go through a whole video and talk about what they have to talk about, and they're like, okay, right, thanks, guys, bye, guys, see you next time. You don't want that. You want them to stay engaged. So thank them for watching, and basically say, thank you for watching. Make sure you follow me or like my page, right? Or join my challenge the next time. So, you get my newsletter, or message me so you get my newsletter. Or this is a really good one because this is really providing a lot of engagement. But say, what was your biggest takeaway of this live that I just did? What did you learn? How much learning did you get out of this live video? So that when they do respond back to you, you have a dialogue going with them. You are building rapport with them. And that is an actual relationship you're building. Even if you don't know the person, you're actually having conversation with them, right? So that's definitely a really good one for relationship building. Ask them if they found value. Say to them, if you find value in this, please just share this with your friends. Please, let people know about my website or about my video or whatever the case may be. Ask them to do something. And the last thing you could do is comment, say to them, if you love what I have and you're ready to get started with our products, or you're ready to, start selling with us, or you're ready to be a promoter, or you're ready to partner with me, comment, I'm in. Right? Something so simple. Ask for what you want, right? People aren't just going to be like, I'm in out of nowhere. You have to ask for what you want. So make sure you have all of those engagement things going on, so that you get people and you start building a rapport with them, right? Now I'm going to get back into the know, like, and trust factor, because like I said before, people will do business with you if they know, like, and trust you. So when you are meeting somebody normally, right? Do you meet them and, within it could happen, but within 5 minutes in real life, are you like, oh my God, this is the greatest person in the world. I absolutely love them, right? It takes a little bit of time, maybe a conversation, maybe a couple of conversations, maybe a couple of weeks to meet somebody before you actually know them and really feel like you like them. It's the same thing for social media, maybe a little longer. Definitely a little longer for social media, right? So your audience needs, because you're on camera, right? You're on Facebook. Your audience needs to see that you're regular. You're a regular person. You're just like them. So people tend to do business with people that are like them. That's where the rapport comes in. And I will do in my life coaching training and my NLP training, I've very well mastered how to get rapport with people and have them do the same things that you do, right? So it's all in your brain, and that's a whole other training, but it works. You could very easily switch a situation with people and have them react the exact way that you want them to react by the way that you're acting, right? So it's the same thing on camera. You want to build rapport with people. You want them to want a relationship with you. You want them to interact with you. So what you need to do, and this is just a little exercise that you could do at this point, is go look at different live videos and figure out who are the top 3 people that you're always watching on live, right? Whose videos always captivate you? Whose videos are you always drawn to when you see somebody doing a live that you stop and scroll, right? Now, I know that there are because I do it too. A lot of times I won't go on people's lives because I don't want to have the interaction right away, because I always have a lot of things going on. But a lot of times I will go back and I'll watch, like if I know that somebody was on, I'll go back later on before I go to bed and I'll watch the video so that I can interact without being interrupted, right? So who are those 3 people that you go on and you watch their videos? How often do they go live, right? How do you feel when you watch them? Are they funny? Are they informative? Are they providing value? What is making you be drawn to their videos, right? Because if you're drawn to them, typically you know, like, and or trust them, right? That's why you keep on going back to them. So make a schedule of how often you could go live, right? And set a timer. And it doesn't have to be, I mean, it's great in the, I don't even know what that was. I have things falling off of my my shelves. If you could set up a timer, and like I said, going live every single day is perfect, really to get you started and to get you going. But once you're there, in the beginning, definitely go live every day. But once you're there and you have built the audience, you could go live every couple of days. You could go live once a week. Some people set it where like every Tuesday they go live, or every Thursday they go live, or they pick a couple of days during the week, and they are specific. But set your calendar with an alarm to say when you're going to go live. Set an hour to do it, so that the live is not going to be an hour. But so you could set up your lighting, you could set up your, your positioning, everything. The other thing is make sure you're in the center. When we talk about positioning, make sure you're in the center of the frame, that, you're not down at the bottom like this and you got so much else out there. You want to be positioned right in the middle. So in that hour, figure all this stuff out. You could jot down your notes. And like I said, I have I don't know where I just put it. Where did I have it? I have here it is. I have a blueprint, which I'm going to upload, and it really gives you a checklist and an area where you could write what your live is going to be about, your compelling topic. Plan it out. If you plan this stuff out, even your regular posts, it helps tremendously. It really does help tremendously, because you're not racking your brain to figure out what you want to do, right? So, and then when you figure out how often you're going to go live, you just need to be committed. You just need to stick with it. If you're going to go live 3 days a week, stick with it. Make sure that those 3 days you're set up and you go live those 3 days, right? Is this making sense to you guys? Everybody's understanding? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are with me. Good? Okay. We are moving along, and we are almost done, and we're almost on the hour mark, and I don't want to keep this longer than an hour, and I want to answer questions if I have a couple of minutes. So be authentic, be you. Make sure you're not copying off of somebody else, because people will notice that right away. Stay grounded and stay focused, right? You need to not be all over the place when you are doing your videos, because people want to stay engaged, right? Again, how do you create content? You are the content. It could be anything. It could be, like I said before, talking about your breakfast. It could be finances. It could be thoughts that came into your head. It could be challenges that your team's having, or excitement that your team's having. It could be any kind of experience. If you're a health coach, it could be any kind of experience that your clients are feeling. Every single thing is content, right? You can make a reality show out of whatever you have going on. Nobody could share your story but you. So if you haven't done a live video, your best bet is to absolutely positively start by sharing your story, right? It does not have to be about the business. It could be about just that your story is that you're not secure in getting on Facebook Lives. Guess what? That's telling people you're vulnerable. That's telling people you're real. Most people will relate. I mean, think about it. You want to talk about controversial, or, like people are like, ooh, say, like one title could be, I can't believe I'm friggin' doing this right now, right? People are going to jump on to see what you're friggin' doing. So you want to make things pop out at them, right? So like I said, nobody could share your story like you. Your perspective is what matters, right? That's just the bottom line. The more you share with your audience, the more relatable you're going to be, and you want to be relatable to people, right? So, and think about it this way. You want to be relatable. You want to talk about different things, right? Like I said, your kids, your animals, it doesn't matter, because if you're only talking about your business, something just happened with this light. Hold on a second. If you're only talking about your business, people are going to be like, I don't want to hear that. You don't want to be the salesy person, right? You want to educate people on our products. You want to educate people on what we got going on. You want to show them how they can make an income, but you don't want to stick it down their throat. So make sure you put in other things throughout the day. Do not make it all about our business, your business, or whatever, because you're going to lose people that way, right? Because there are other things in life besides our business. That's why a lot of times you'll see me, I'll post things from my kids' games all the time, because it's a big part of my life, right? My kids are constantly, I'm constantly working from the bleachers or from my car. I'm constantly running back and forth to practices because my kids are in things. I want people to see that I'm a successful business owner and I'm also a mom. And if I could do it, anybody else could do it, right? Like, you want to be relatable. You want it to be real life. I did a video last week of my son eating off the floor. I mean, this is real life, guys. We're not sugarcoating things. This is life. And people relate to that. People get drawn in for stuff like that. So make sure you are relatable. Make sure you come up with intriguing posts, and definitely, without a doubt, make talking points. So a lot of times when I do like a corporate Zoom, or when I do my videos, all around, you don't see them, and I don't have it now because I have actual notes here, but all around my computer screen or on my big water bottle, I'll have sticky notes of things that I'm going to say, right? So that I'm not constantly looking down and looking up and constantly looking down and looking up. You know what I mean? So you could position them all over the place so that you have your notes. And guess what? You're not being graded on your lives. Nobody knows what you're talking about except for you. Nobody knows what your intent is except for you, right? So if you forget to say something, does anybody really know this? No. Right? So go with it and have fun. I hope this was informative for you guys. I hope that you do start doing live videos, because I've seen it happen for so many people where you start the lives and your business just takes it to another level, like legitimately a whole other level. So if you guys want to start to unmute yourselves, I'll answer questions if anybody has any questions. You're welcome, Rubes. Does anybody have any? No, we're all good. Everybody's an expert now. Everybody knows. You're welcome. All right, guys, that was it then. So what I'm going to do is, going forward, we are going to do probably once a month. I'll do the basics. I will do like a sprinkle of everything. And then every week in between that, I'm going to do some sort of training. So this week was on lives. I'll do another one on LinkedIn. I'll do another one on health coaching. Every week we'll do something different. All right. So this way it helps everybody do with different aspects of their business. All right, everybody have a great night. I am going to unmute you guys so you could say goodnight to everybody. Thanks for hopping on, and you are unmuted.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Right here.